All right, good evening to all our viewers. Welcome back to another exciting playoff game for our Elite T20 in C&DCL. Right now, we are seeing a match between Kings and Knight Riders, two very exciting, very powerful teams in Elite T20. And that's the first ball, swinging out. There is an overcast condition and there is a breeze going on, so this definitely will help the bowlers a lot. And that was the opening bowl for this match. We are yet to see the scorecard. And I believe that's Imadudin and Vikas who's opening the batting for Knight Riders as usual. Both of them very talented batters, especially Vikas, a very strong left-hander. And this is a big shot by Imad. It's in the air, but it's not going to travel to the boundary. Lands in the mid-wicket region, and there will be 2 runs. So that's opening runs for Knight Riders. And Singh is opening the bowling for Kings. It was another good ball. It was swinging away. It was too straight. And Imad tried to bank on it and tried to hit it towards the mid-wicket region, but couldn't get the timing right. Another good ball. Well fielded as well. It's going to be a dot ball. This is the first eliminator in the playoffs for T20. Kings versus Knight Riders. Whoever wins, they will play against Glenmore Knights for the second eliminator. And the winner of that will play the finals tomorrow against CCA. And this is a good shot by Imad. Up and over through the point region. It won't travel to the boundary. There is a thick outside outside field over there. That's going to be another 2 runs. It's too much width on offer. And Imad trying to get under it, but it wasn't timed as well. It was a good ball. It was a full toss swinging away. Lower full toss. And Imad tried to go across at it. Did not get good baton on the ball. It's going to be another dot ball. It's a good over for Kings so far. Only 4 runs in the opening over for this game. It's a long off. And a cow corner outside the circle. And another foolish delivery. This was not swinging as much. And will be a single to finish the over. And that will be the end of the first over. The opening over of this game. Knight Riders are 5 for no loss. We saw a very exciting game in the morning between CCA and Glenmore Knights. CCA bested Glenmore Knights in almost all the aspects of the game. They batted really well and they bowled really well too. But Glenmore Knights also came back with a good fight. Will be interesting to see who will be winning this game over here. Both the teams have a really good balance of explosive batters and really good bowlers. Both teams have good fielders as well. So it's going to be a tough match. A very good matchup for this eliminator. And now Prabjot will be bowling left-handed. He will be coming across, I believe, to Imad. He will be bowling with that angle. That's a good ploy. He's a very experienced campaigner for Kings. 232 matches under his belt with more than 300 wickets with economy of 5.4. That is a staggering career so far. A very valuable player. Bats really well as well. And that's a very straight ball to start, and Imadudin with a beautiful flick shot, beautifully timed for a 6. It was too straight, it was full, And Imad helped it on its way with a beautiful flick for a six. The first boundary of their innings was two straight on this occasion. If Prabjot wants to bowl with this angle, he has to pitch the ball on off stump or maybe outside the off stump to get the outside edge in play. There is no slip in place though. This time it's a lot fuller, almost Yorker length delivery. Will be a dot ball. So good comeback by Prabjot. It's very interesting to see that he's not coming over the wicket and trying to use the swing of the ball against Imad. There's definitely a plan in his strategy. That was a good shot through the cover region and will be just a single, and that brings Muhammad Waqas on strike. A prolific left-hander. Very strong batter as well. That was a beautiful delivery by Prabjot. It nipped back. And there was a good length as well. Imad tried to go at it, but completely missed the pitch. It's a beautiful delivery. Will be interesting to see what he'll be following with that. There was a slight hint of swing in that delivery. It was a full toss, and that will be the end of the second over. 9 runs coming off that over, and Knight Riders are now 14 for no loss. Two overs done. Knight Riders are now 14 for no loss. And now Singh will be coming back for his second over. It's a good first ball. There was a big appeal, but no interest shown by the umpire. It was a lower full toss once again. Good fielding by Singh. Good reaction by him. It's always difficult to field in your follow-up. Kings will definitely look to restrict Knight Riders under 150. And there's a big shot attempted, but it's not timed as well. There's a fielder in the deep and will be just a single. कॉल किया ही नहीं उसने तो फोन कैसे उठाएगा मैंने उसको बोला भाई उसके सामने फेंस के यहाँ पे Ooh, that was a beautiful delivery swinging in Yorker length. Wakas did not have any answer for that. It's a good start. Really good bowling by Singh so far. And that's going to be a wide delivery. It's too wide on that occasion. Ooh, that's a full toss delivery. And it's not going to be a no ball, so another single. I believe Singh is trying to force the swing a lot, and that's causing him to bowl way too full. But luckily for him, did not go for many runs. But he'll definitely try to bring back his length. Ooh, that was a beautiful delivery, swinging away. Imad tried to make some space and tried to go for that cover region, but completely missed the ball, and that will be the end of another very good over. Only 3 runs in this over, and Knight Riders are now 17 for no loss after 3 overs. Prabjot coming back for his second over. A little bit expensive in the first over. Mohammad Wakas on strike. And that was a beautiful delivery. Drifting away from the batter. Mohammad Wakas did well to not fiddle with that delivery. There's still no slip in place for Prabjot. They're trying to protect the boundaries here. Ooh, that was a beautiful delivery, and there's a thick outside edge, and Mohammad Wakas will have to go. That was a beautiful delivery, and that was the plan that they were trying to go with. And this time, Prabjot executes it to perfection. And Mohammad Wakas has to walk back. After only 2 runs in 5 balls, that's a big blow for Knight Riders. Mohammad Wakas, who is the leading run scorer in the league in the season this year, will not be able to stay for longer. And now Bajwa will be coming for in the middle. It's a great ball by Prabjot. Mohammad Waqas got out. Only 2 runs in his 5 balls. It was a good catch by Randeep behind the wickets. They'll be very happy with themselves, Kings. This was the plan they came with. Bajwa, another very experienced campaigner for Knight Riders. 228 matches with 6.6 and a more than 6,500 runs for him. Very experienced player, will be crucial in setting up a good target for Knight Riders. And Prabjot is now pumped up. Will be eager to take another wicket over here. Still no slip in place. I'll definitely suggest Randeep to put a slip over here, especially since the bowler has gotten a wicket now. Ooh, that was too straight going down the leg. It was a good stop by Randeep behind the stumps. It was going quite away. It was a really good stop by Randeep. Will be a wide delivery. It was a good ball and will be a dot. It was a good over so far by Prabjot, a successful one. Oh, that was a beautiful delivery. Thick inside edge. Another dot ball. These dot balls are going to create a lot of pressure. Knight Riders will definitely have to put at least 160 on board. Ooh, it was in the air. The short leg fielder needed to be straighter for that. A very good over, only 2 runs so far and a very important wicket of Mohammad Waqas. Now Imadudin will have to take charge of this run scoring for Knight Riders. And hit straight down the ground. Fielder coming underneath. Oh, it's going to be a drop chance. Needed to attack the ball. Needed to take that catch. It was against the wind. It was never going to cross that boundary. I believe that was Naprit Sahota on the boundary. He needed to attack the ball to take the catch. And that will be the end of the 4th over. Knight Riders are 20 for 1 wicket now. Kings going really well. At this rate, they will definitely be able to restrict Knight Riders to a low total. Knight Riders will have to pick up pace over here. Singh coming back for his 3rd over, and there's a beautiful shot by Imadudin. It was a half volley, wide out outside the off stump. Was there to hit, and he went for that lofted cover drive. A beautiful shot, beautiful swing of the bat, and gets 4 runs for that. The outfield is a lot better in that area, and that helps the batter a lot. Another shot in the same region. This time it's a lot lofted, but will be another boundary. Beautiful shot, targeting that deep cover region. No fielder over there. Another ball in the slot, another ball on the offside. Imadudin makes some space for himself and goes for that same area once again and gets another 4. What a beautiful shot by Imadudin once again. This time it was a swinging in ball. Another ball in the slot, but this time it was swinging in to the batter. And Imadudin was waiting for it. He shuffled and went for that beautiful cross shot in the square leg region. Another boundary, 3 back-to-back 4s. Singh definitely has to work on his length. He's giving the balls in the slot for Imadudin. He doesn't need to do too much if he keeps bowling in that area. He needs to change his length. He needs to go a little bit shorter, maybe a good length will be a better idea over here. That's a better length. Gets thick inside edge and will be a single behind the stumps. That was the length that Singh has to look out for. There's another good ball in the air, but will be up and over. There's a sweeper. Will definitely stop that ball and will be 2 runs. That was a good shot by Bajwa. It was too it was too wide on that occasion by Singh. Line and length is very important, especially when you're bowling against batters like Imadudin. Anything loose and they will go for it. And he goes for a big one this time, but Bajwa, but it's not timed as well. But it will still travel to the boundary. It will be another 4. That's the 4th boundary of this over. 19 runs in this 5th over. And after that, Knight Riders are now 39 for 1. Their run rate a lot better now. He went for 19 runs. That's a very expensive over. There's another ball in the slot. Yorker length delivery. Oh, Imadudin tried to go for that shot again. But could not get the ball on bat really well. Will be a single. That ball was definitely there to hit. Missed opportunity by Bajwa. Ooh, that was a better ball. Better length. And targeting those stumps. Ooh, this time he bowls a wrong one. Will be just a single down the ground. That was too wide by Navpreet. And goes for a big shot, Imadudin, and goes for another boundary. There was a mid-wicket fielder. It was a lot squarer. And there was a beautiful shot by Imadudin. Goes for that vacant area and gets 4 runs. And after 6 overs, after the power play, Knight Riders are now 46 for 1. 7.67 runs and over. Imadudin is doing really well, keeping the pace of the innings. Now there's a new bowler coming into the attack. Avindarjit, another medium pacer into the attack. Bajwa on strike. Ooh, he starts off with a short and wide. Will be extra runs. And goes for a big one. Fielder settling underneath, but that's gonna sail over the boundary. Such a well-timed shot by Bajwa. It was a good length delivery, but he sat back and hit it on up. And that was a beautiful shot. And that's 50 up for Knight Riders. Ooh, that was a lot better delivery. There's a big appeal. And the umpire is indicating that it hits the pads. So Bajwa survives. It was a big appeal by the keeper and the bowler. Ooh, that was a lot better delivery by Avindarjit. Good length and good line. Bajwa definitely trying to swing for it. But he needs a lot better timing for that shot. Ooh, that was another good ball. And will be just a single. So this is good comeback after the 6 by Avinderjit. Another good ball. He's not letting the batters swing their arms. He's doing well by staying away from that swing. If they can drive the runs, the wickets will come. Definitely. Ooh, that was another big attempt. Trying to go for that deep cover region once again. But misses the ball, and that will be the end of the 7th over. Knight Riders 54 for 1 wicket. Naprit Sahota coming back for his 2nd over. So there's a catch. Appeal. Oh, but it's going to be far away from the fielder. Will be another boundary. Imadudin doing really well. The fielder was definitely interested for a second, but he had to cover a lot of ground and was not going to reach there. He needed to be a lot straighter to attempt that catch. Good start for the over for Knight Riders. This time goes into that extra cover region for a single. That was a big swing, but just a single for Imadudin. Ooh, that was a flighted delivery. Fielder underneath. And, ooh, that was a good attempt, but was sailing over the fielder. Definitely tried to get a hand on it, but just got a little bit away from the fielder. Will be another 6. Imadudin is going. Oh, this time it was Bajwa who hit that 6. Another flighted delivery. This time gets extra bounce. Naprit Sahota is trying to lure the batter. He's giving a lot of air to the ball. This time he bowls a little bit faster, but it was too straight. Guided down the leg for a single. And that will be the end of a very successful over for Knight Riders. 13 runs coming in that over. And Knight Riders are now 67 for one. They're going almost 8.5 at the moment. They're going really well. Imadudin doing a really good job. And Bajwa also giving a very good support to Imad. Amrinder coming back for his second over. They have opened up the field quite much now. There's a mid wicket, long on, long off. There's a deep cover. Avinder will have to go full and straight with this kind of field. He cannot give too much width or too much on the leg side. He has to go full, has to go straight. It does go straight, but was not a full delivery. But still gets away with it. Ooh, that was a beautiful ball by Avinderjit. Got some extra bounce in that delivery. Bajwa definitely tried to go up and over in the point region, but was not able to connect at all. Ooh, that was another beautiful delivery by Avinderjit. Just nipping away from the batter. That was a beautiful delivery. Immaculate line. And that extra bounce was lethal. I'm really wondering why it did not get any outside edge. It's in the air. Fielder coming underneath. But it's just going to land between the two fielders. Ooh, that was a good delivery once again. He's staying away from Imad's hitting arc. He's doing really well. Avinderjit, really good over this one. Only one run so far. Another beautiful ball, and there was a really good over by Avinderjit. Only one run given. And Knight Riders are now 68 for 1 wicket after 9 overs. Kings are definitely trying to get a wicket over here. Opportunities are being presented, but fielders need to hold on to the catches. change. We have left arm spinner Jasprit Singh coming into the attack. A very, very clever bowler from Kings. Ooh, that was a really good ball and gets the wicket. First ball itself. It's a lower full toss. Drifting and flighted. Completely missing the timing, Bajwa there. And hit it straight back to Jasprit, and Jasprit does really well holding on to that catch. And that will be the second wicket for Kings. Knight Riders are now 68 for 2 wickets. This is exactly what they needed. They needed another wicket before the 10th over. And Jasprit creating that breakthrough from his first ball itself. It's going to be a really good confidence booster for him. I would like to thank our sponsors, Prep Ultra, Source Sports, for this support. YYC Cricket, for all your cricketing needs. Definitely go to all these places. Kinetic Sports as well, a really good supplier for all the cricketing needs. And please like and subscribe our channel, 22 Yards Network, on YouTube. Northwest Physio, Auto Reboot. All these sponsors have been supporting us throughout the season, and this would not have been possible without them. And now let's get back to our game in hand. Anwar coming on strike now. Another experienced campaigner, Jasprit. Ooh, that was another good ball. Luring the batter on his front foot. Ooh, that was another good ball by Jasprit. Is bowling good pace. Not too fast, not too slow. A good flight and a good line and length. There's a bit of a drift in the ball as well. It's not going to be easy for any batter to score against him. It's a really good over by Jasprit so far. No runs given and a wicket of Bajwa. And that will be the end of the 10th over. A beautiful over to start the spell. A maiden wicket over by Jasprit Singh. And after 10 overs, Knight Riders are 68 for 2. We are halfway through the innings. Knight Riders are scoring with 6.80 runs per over at the moment. With this run rate, they might be able to reach 140 from here. But they definitely will need to put up 20 more runs on the board, at least 160 on the board, especially against teams such as Kings 1. So it will be interesting to see. Imadudin will play a key role in that scoring session in this next 10 overs. Straight onto the pads. Amindajit bowled a really good over in his previous outing. Only 1 run given. All of a sudden, Knight Riders are finding it very difficult to score against all these bowlers. They were going really well a few overs ago. Boundaries were coming in plenty. Just a single down the ground. Kings have definitely done a really good job resetting themselves and changing the momentum of the game, bringing themselves back in the game. It's a quick single. Imadudin is bowling a really good over. He's also a big hitter in terms of batting. So very valuable player for Kings. Another good ball and good fielding as well. A dot ball. All these dot balls and singles, they're actually putting more pressure on the batters because they know that the scoreboard is slowing down. They need to score with more pace if they want to keep a good score on the board. And there's a thick outside edge, but there is no fielder. Fielder chasing the ball. Batters will come back for two. Imadudin trying to dance down the ground and trying to go for that deep cover region once again. But gets a thick outside edge. Will be 2 runs. Imadudin did really well following the batter. Imadudin trying to make some space once again. But Imadudin does well to follow him and cramps him from the space. And a dot ball to finish. Only 4 runs given in this over. Knight Riders 72 for 2 after 11. Jaspreet Singh coming back for his second over. A maiden wicket over to start his spell. Anwar on strike. And a good ball to start the over again. And this time hits it between point and gully. And will be just a single. And that brings Imadudin on strike. Imadudin is playing on 37 in 33. Very valuable runs for his team. Ooh, there's a big swing by Imad, but completely missed the ball. And the ball completely missed the stumps. A lot of things happened in that microsecond. Imad trying to go big, missing the ball completely. Bit quicker in the air this time. Randeep does brilliant job behind the stump. And there's a big appeal. But denied by the umpire. There was a really brilliant glove work by Randeep behind the stumps. He was very quick on it. Jaspreet does a really good job. That was really smart bowling. He knew that Imadudin will try to go down the ground this time. And he bowls a quick one outside the off stump. And Randeep was ready for it. But Imadudin does well to come back in his crease. And this time a big shuffle in the crease and there's a big appeal, but it was definitely, the impact was definitely outside off stump. Batters are finding very difficult to score against Jasprit here. Only 1 run given again. And this time goes for a big shot. Fielder settling underneath, but it's just gonna sail over the fielder, and that will be a massive 6 to finish that over. After 12 overs, Knight Riders are now 79 for 2. There was a very well needed 6 for Knight Riders, a pressure release shot. They were struggling a lot for past 3 overs actually, and finally they got a 6, and that will definitely boost their confidence now. Imadudin on 43 in 37 deliveries. I believe that will be Avinderjit coming back for his third over. He's bowling really well. After 12. That's a big wide by Avinderjit. And they will come back for 2. So that will be 3 wides to start the over. It was a big wide. Randeep could not stop that ball. That's a big shot. Hit between the fielders. Jasprit does a really good job. There was a really good field work by Jasprit in the long off region. Definitely saved 2 runs for his team. That ball was hit with some venom. Once again down the ground will be a single. We can definitely see Knight Rider batters definitely trying to go for those big shots. They know only 8 runs, only 7 overs remaining after this. They need to score more runs here. And a big shot this time by Imad. And it's going to sail over the boundary. There's a big 6 by him. That is his favorite region so far in this match so far. Once again creates some space for himself. And that beautiful swing of the bat. And immaculate timing. A big 6 for Imadudin, and that brings him on 49 in 38 deliveries. Very important innings for his team. And goes for another big shot. Fielder is interested for a second. That will be just a single, and that brings Imad's 50. Well-made 50. Very important 50 runs for his team in only 39 deliveries. With some beautiful shots that he played in that cover region. 4 boundaries, 3 sixes, 128 strike rate. That's definitely a very good performance for his team. The run rate climbing up now. But they need more runs here. They need to go for that 160 mark. And they can definitely achieve it if they keep playing like this. Big shot once again by Imadudin, and once again in that deep cover region. But fielder will cut it off and will be 2 runs. After 13 overs, Knight Riders are now 95 for 2. Imadudin playing a very, very important hand in this score making. Run rate is 7.31 at the moment. Kings will definitely try to get another wicket over here, try to break this partnership, try to break this momentum once again. That's a big shuffle by Anwar and will be a boundary in that backward square leg region. It was a premeditated shot by him. A big shuffle and went for that vacant region. There was no fielder over there. Good start of the over for Knight Riders. Anwar getting a little bit inventive now. Ooh, that was a brilliant delivery. Good comeback by Jasprit. Once again, a big shuffle and completely missing the ball this time. And the timber has been dislodged. And third wicket falls. And Knight Riders are 99 for 3. This is exactly what Kings needed. They needed another wicket here to change the momentum of the game. And Jasprit comes again and rescues the trim from a sticky spot. In the first ball, Anwar was successful in that shot. This time, Jasprit was ready for it. This time the ball was a little bit quicker in the air. And Anwar missed the ball completely. There has been a little bit of drizzle has started now, but hopefully it will be a passing drizzle and will not in any way. And Jalaluddin, both the Uddin brothers are on strike now. Jasprit Singh will definitely try to get another wicket over here. He's been bowling brilliantly. A little bit of drift in the air. Big shot by Imadudin. And another six. Imadudin is not going to stop. He knows that he needs to put good score on the board for his team. And that's all he cares about. He's going to go for those big shots. Anything in his slot, he's going to go for it. The rain is picking up a little bit now. The wind is also picking up. This is definitely concerning for game. You guys can see that camera is shaking. Another big swing, but just gets a thickish inside edge. Will be a single. And end of another over for Jasprit. This time he went a little bit expensive, but still in the context of the game he did really well because he got a wicket as well. And after 14 overs, Knight Riders are 107 for 3. 6 overs remaining. How many more runs can they get from here? 50 more runs will definitely be very good for them. Looks like Navpreet Sahota is coming back into the attack. And this might be a very welcome sign for Imadudin. He will be waiting for those balls. He will be going for those big shots. We will definitely see some big shots now. And this time it's a full toss delivery up and over in the point region. But it does not travel to the boundary. The outfield is a bit thick over there. It was not a very good start. Navpreet was lucky to get away with it with just 2 runs. Imadudin will definitely be upset with himself not being able to hit that ball for a boundary. This time again he hits in that cover region, but fielder will definitely cut it off and will be another 2 runs. Good strike rotation between the batters, keeping the scoreboard alive. Ooh, there was a good drift in the air. And looks like it's given out by the umpire. There was an appeal for the edge, and the catch was taken behind the stumps, and umpire gives an out. So that will be a very anticlimactic end for Imadudin. He was going really well, 63 in 45 deliveries, but he has to depart. He played a very important innings for his team, and now it's up to the rest of the team to take their team to a bigger total from here. They can still achieve the 160. Sahut Anavpreet getting a very key wicket, very important wicket for his team. And now Asim is going to be taking the strike. And this time once again a full toss delivery. And looks like there's a miscommunication between the batters. Could have been 2 runs, but just one single run to be taken. Ooh, that was a really good ball. That was definitely inside the line. It was above the line. So harsh decision by the umpire. Once again a full toss delivery. But for some reason batters are finding very difficult to hit this full toss for boundaries. And Navpreet is definitely swinging the ball in the air. He's giving a good drift. Once again drifting away. It was in the air. The catch needed to be taken. The fielder needed to attack that ball to take the catch. Will be another single to finish the over. And after 15 overs, Knight Riders are now 115 for 4 wickets. Jasprit coming back for his last over. Starting off with a single. Only 5 overs remaining from here. Knight Riders 116 for 4. Both the batters are new on the strike, new on the crease. So this is a good opportunity for for Kings to put some pressure and not give too many runs. Little bit quicker in the air, just goes above the fielder. Batters will come back for 2. was in the air. It was just a little bit above the fielder. Definitely an attempt over there. This will be the final weekend for the Elite T20 this season. After this, all the teams, they will be just playing their 35 overs and 40 over games, which will be coming to an end in a month and a half time. But cricket, the end of the cricket season is coming very soon. Too soon, I believe. Big shot attempted, was in the air, but just a single. Ooh, a switch hit attempted, but nothing's gonna happen. There was a chance of run out, needed to be as directed. It was a switch hit attempted, but did not time the ball whatsoever. Last ball for Jaspreet's spell. And goes for a big shot, Jalal. And there is no fielder over there, and will be a boundary to finish the over, and that will be the end of Jaspreet's spell as well. He did go for some runs in this last 2 overs, but he did get 2 important wickets as well. So 4 overs with 1 maiden, 28 runs, 2 wickets with an economy of 7. A really good spell by Jaspreet. For a spinner, finishing up with this numbers in a T20 match is really impressive. Now we might be seeing some bowling changes now. Luckily, the rain has stopped, which is good sign. Oh, Navpreet Sahota is coming back. He'll be bowling his last over as well. Got a very important wicket of Imadudin in his last over. Once again, a lower full toss, slow in the air. Very difficult to time such balls. Navpreet doing a really good job. Oh, this time goes for that extra cover region. Will be just a single. It was in the air, but it was quite away from the fielder. A big shuffle in the crease. There was a chance for run out, but will be safe for batter. Another single. The singles are not going to hurt Kings as much. Once again, a big shot attempted between the cover and long off fielder. Two runs. Good running between the wickets. Another good shot, but there is a fielder, so will be just a single. A boundary in the last over, last ball will be very helpful for Knight Riders. Ooh, that was a really good ball. Another big shuffle in the crease, and Navpreet did well with a slow Yorker delivery, and will be a single to finish the over. That's the end of Navpreet's spell. 4 overs, 35 runs, with a very important wicket of Imadudin. And Knight Riders are now 17 overs and 131 for 4. Only 3 overs left from here. Will Knight Riders be able to score 160 or more in this 3 overs? Prabjot Singh coming in into the attack, and straight away Asim goes for a big shot for a boundary. It was back of length, straight, and Asim does really well pulling that shot just between the square leg and the mid-wicket fielder, piercing that gap for a boundary. So good start for Knight Riders. And a big shot. Fielder coming underneath, Jasprit, and he takes a catch. A very simple catch. Actually it was not a very simple catch, but Jasprit made it look very simple. Very well judged catch by Jasprit. And Asim has to depart. He had to go for the shots. He had to go for big shots over there. Gets a thick top edge, and Jasprit does a brilliant job taking that catch. Asim has to depart for the after that one boundary that he scored just now. 11 runs in 9 balls. And now Knight Riders down another wicket. 5 wickets down, 135. 2.4 overs remaining. Prabjot Singh getting another wicket over here. Khayyam comes in the middle, tries to go down the ground. The first ball itself gets a thick inside edge for a single. Prabjot will definitely try to get another wicket here, especially Jalal. Will be very crucial. Jalal goes for a big swing once again. Thick bottom edge and a dot ball. Oh, that's a big shot by Jalal. Fielder coming underneath, but they're just going to watch the ball sail over the boundary. It's a big shot by him. Powerfully struck for a 6. It was in the slot in this occasion. And Jalal goes for a big hit. And looks like Prabjot is going to come over the wicket now, finally. And that was a beautiful delivery by him. I still don't understand why he did not come over the wicket so far. But that will be the end of his third over, and 18 overs done. Knight Riders on 142 for 5. 2 overs remaining in the first innings. How many more runs will they be able to get? Another 20 runs over here will definitely be very, very good for Knight Riders. And Jalaluddin needs to keep most of the strike to him in order to go achieve that score. 142. Last 2 overs to go. And now Singh coming back. He did go for some runs in his last over. Oh, and Khayyam goes for a big shot. Gursimran underneath the ball and takes a brilliant catch. Very well judged catch. And another wicket falls. Khayyam goes for a big shot. Does not get the timing right. And Gursimran takes a brilliant catch in the long on region. 6th wicket down for Knight Riders, 142. PM just needed to rotate the strike and give it to Jalal, who was batting really well. But he attempts to go for a boundary himself as well and loses his wicket in the process. And Singh gets his first wicket of this match. Definitely will be very happy to get a wicket to start the over. Now Azmat coming on strike. Oh, that was a brilliant delivery by Singh. Azmat goes for a big shot, but completely misses the ball. And a big sweep this time. Gets a thick top edge. And trying to come back for 2 runs. And that was a good fielding and good throw by the fielder, keeping it out to just 1 run. Oh, that was a brilliant delivery by Singh. It was a slower delivery, straight onto the stumps. No, it looked on the screen like a slower delivery. He bowled faster before. But delivery, dislodging the timber, getting his second wicket in this over itself, bowling a really good death over here. Not giving any runs, just 1 run so far. And now Shawal Khan coming into the crease, the captain for Knight Riders, coming onto the crease. This over has been a comeback over for Kings. 2 wickets and just 1 run given so far. Really good bowling. Shawal Khan, another experienced player, 137 matches, almost 1,000 runs with a very healthy strike rate. Will Singh be able to take another wicket over here? He'll definitely go for the stumps once again. And he definitely should go for stumps once again. Oh, that was a good delivery. Shawal Khan tried to come down the ground. Goes for the big shot. But no contact whatsoever. It was a big swing and a miss. And now we're down to the last ball of Singh's spell in this match. Definitely came back really well. And it's a big shot. And will be just a single. And that will be the end of the 19th over. Singh bowling his 4 overs with 29 runs and 2 wickets. Knight Riders are now 144 for 7 wickets after 19 overs. The last over of their first innings. They definitely need another 15 runs. But even 150 on board will be a good target. Knight Riders have a good bowling lineup as well. So definitely 150 will be a very, very defendable target for Knight Riders. Will be a very exciting matchup. Last over of this innings. Prabjot coming back for his last over as well. Got 2 wickets so far. Will he be able to take more wickets here? This time he's coming over the wicket. That's definitely a good decision, especially against the tail-enders. And a big shot attempted. Gursimran takes a brilliant catch. What a catch that was! Diving forward, taking a low catch. There was a brilliant field work by Gursimran. Another catch taken by him. What a brilliant effort in the field. This is exactly what you need from your fielders. The bowlers will always be very happy when they get such support from the fielders. And another wicket falls. Shawal Khan, the captain, has to go back. Gurmanjot onto the strike now. 144 for 8. And that's a good ball. Gurmanjot tries to come down for a single. At this moment, at this rate, even 150 looks very difficult now. Prabjot getting another wicket, starting with a wicket for his over. Definitely a very good start. Will there be another wicket here? It's a good ball once again. Ooh, that was a good attempt by Prabjot. Just 3 more balls remaining in this innings for Knight Riders. 145. They need 5 more runs to reach the mark. Azmat, will he be able to do that? And goes for a big shot. Fielder coming underneath, but just gonna land safely. And they will go for 2 runs. Good running between the wickets. Two balls remaining. 147 now. Once again in the air. This time was a lost closer for the fielder, but it was still quite far away. It's definitely a good attempt. Diving forward, it was too short to take the catch. Another 2 runs. 149 on board. Last ball of this innings. Will he be able to get a boundary here, or will there be a wicket? Let's find out. And that was a brilliant delivery to finish off. Will be just a single. And Knight Riders finish on 150 on dot for 8 wickets after 20 overs. Did definitely well after losing a few quick wickets. And this is the batting card for Knight Riders so far. Imadudin did brilliantly for his team for his 63 runs in 45 deliveries. Mohammad Waqas had to depart quite early in the innings. Bajwar Ahmed gave a good hand to Imaduddin with his 28 runs. And Anwar and Jalal definitely tried to create a partnership, but were not able to stay on the crease for too long. And then rest of the batters were not able to input too many runs. And let's look at the bowling card. Everybody bowled really well in terms of Kings, except for Avinderjit. Everybody else taking wickets, but Avinderjit definitely bowled really well. He started off with some runs, but after that he came back really strongly. Satinder Pal Singh, he went for some runs in his third over, but in the last over he did really well taking those 2 wickets. And Jasprit Singh Gill definitely bowled a brilliant spell with his 28 runs and 2 wickets. So a good overall performance by all the bowlers for Kings 1. And now Knight Riders will need Kings 1 will need 151 runs in their 20 overs. So will be a very exciting second innings of this game. Until then, I'll definitely thank our sponsors once again: Prep Ultra, YYC Cricket, Kinetic Sports, Source Sports, Northwest Physio, Auto Reboot for the support for our channel. And thank you for all the viewers for tuning in with us and watching this brilliant game of cricket. Please stay tuned for the second innings between Knight Riders and Kings 1. Kings 1 will have to chase 151 runs in their 20 overs. Will be a very exciting matchup. So we'll take a short break now and we'll come back in a few minutes. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Good evening to all the viewers and welcome back. And we are about to witness a very exciting second innings between Kings and Knight Riders. Sahot Anavpreet and Vikram Marwaha are opening the batting for Kings 1 and Shawal Khan as usual opening the bowling for Knight Riders. There is one slip in place and there is mid wicket and long on outside the circle, and that's the first ball of the over. And it was a beautiful delivery, but they will take a single. And Kings open their account at the first ball itself. So from here, Kings need 150 runs in 19.5 overs with 7.5 runs per over. It's definitely gettable for Kings, but we'll be able to. Will be very interesting to see how Knight Riders approach this game. They'll definitely have to take at least a couple wickets in the power play to put pressure on Kings 1. And that was going to be a wide delivery. It's too wide on that occasion. Vikram Marwaha opening the batting for Kings 1 after quite some time. He did open in the beginning and then he was bumped down and now he's back on top. It's definitely a very good batter. Very good timer of the ball. Ooh, that was a beautiful delivery by Shawal. Nipping back. Just missing the edge. It's a beautiful delivery by him. And and that's a catch and first wicket down for Kings 1. That's a soft dismissal for Vikram. The mistimed shot, a double-minded shot by Vikram. And the short fielder takes the brilliant catch. And that will be the first wicket. Exactly what Knight Riders wanted. And taking the first wicket. And Vikram Marwaha has to go for a duck. A disappointing outing for Vikram. And that will bring Randeep, the captain of Kings 1, on strike. This is exactly what Knight Riders wanted. Wicket in the first over itself. Another wicket in the power play, and that will be a lot of pressure for Kings. Shawal Khan taking the charge as the captain and taking the first breakthrough himself. And now Randeep will be on strike. This is the battle between the captains now. Shawal will be bowling over the wicket for Randeep as well. Will definitely use that angle and try to bowl away from him. It's a good ball, pitched up, just pushed for a single. Oh, actually, no run was taken. So going to be a dot ball. This is a very good first over for Knight Riders. Two more balls remaining. Will there be another wicket here? Ooh, that was really close. It needed to be a direct hit. It was very close. Good work done by the fielders. It's definitely good hustle by them. And that was another wicket down for Kings. That's Navpreet Sahota, another very important batter for Kings 1. This time it was a short of length delivery, and Navpreet tried to pull it but did not time the ball very well. He was too late on the ball. And another soft dismissal. 2 wickets. 2 very important wickets in the first over itself. And after first over, Kings are 3 for 2 wickets. Shawal Khan, the captain, leading the charge and starting with a big bang. This is very positive for Knight Riders. This is exactly what they wanted. Early wickets, putting pressure on the fielders. Oh, sorry, on the Kings 1. And now Harpreet Badesha is coming onto the strike. Harpreet Badesha, another very talented batter, plays really well on his on front foot. Randeep and Harpreet will definitely try to put up a partnership over here. They need to stabilize the innings after the first couple damages. The game is not going away from them yet. They need to take the control back. But this is brilliant bowling by Shawal Khan and brilliant catching by the fielder. 2 wickets down in the first over itself. What more could you ask from your bowler? And now Anwar, a spinner, coming into the attack. A right arm orthodox against a left-handed batter. A really good matchup. There's a slip in place. And long on and mid-wicket. Oh, sorry, cow corner and mid-wicket outside the circle. Oh, that was a really good delivery. And probably it jumped up from the seam. Randeep is asking for a wide, but not given by the umpire. It was a really good first ball by Anwar. Ooh, this time it was too straight. Maybe it's clipping pads, so that will probably be a leg by for Randeep, or maybe a single for Randeep. Probably there was a bat involved. And now Harpreet Badesha playing his first ball. These two will be instrumental in this chase. This partnership very important for this chase for Kings 1. So Knight Riders would definitely try to do everything in their power to break this partnership as soon as possible. Ooh, that was another one in the air. Ooh, too many things happening. Was a chance of run out as well. Then there was a misfield that brings another extra run, an overthrow. So missed chance, a run out chance, and an overthrow all happening in one delivery. And Harpreet Badesha starting his account quite shakily. And this time he goes for a slog sweep. And Mohammad Waqas will watch the ball sail over the boundary. That was a Brilliantly timed slog sweep by Harpreet. A much needed pressure release shot by Harpreet. That's going to give a lot of confidence to him. And this time, there's an outside edge and another wicket down. Just after that brilliant six by Harpreet Badesha, this time it was a top spinner by Anwar, taking a thin outside edge and brilliant glove work by Jalaluddin behind the stumps, taking that catch. And that will be the third wicket down by Kings One. Kings One are in dire situation at the moment. Harpreet Badesha, after hitting that brilliant six, has to depart for 8 runs in 3 balls. These are dire situations, dire circumstances for Kings One. 3 wickets down and not even 2 overs done yet. And Prabjot coming into the attack. Another left-hander. So 2 lefties will be in the middle now. Randeep needs a partner desperately. Randeep needs a partner to stay with him, to take this match deep. And there's a top edge, but it will land in the safe area. And there will be 2 runs taken. So that will be another very successful over for Knight Riders. Another wicket down. After 2 overs, Knight Riders are 14 for 3 wickets. They need a partnership desperately. They need the batters to stay on the crease. 3 wickets have been lost in just first 2 overs. That is not a very good sign for Kings. But all the things are going well for Knight Riders. And now Shawal Khan will come back for his second over. He started off with a brilliant over. 3 runs, 2 wickets in his first over itself. It's a very strong statement by the captain himself. There's a square leg and mid wicket in place outside the circle. Everybody else inside, and a slip in place as well. And a brilliant shot by Randeep. Inside out into that cover region for a boundary. It was a bit short and it was wide outside the off stump. And Randeep has really good hands and gets full marks for it. 4 runs to start the over. Shawal needs to be a little bit more strict with his line. He cannot give that much width. This is a lot better line. And the ball was in the air for a fraction of a second. That was a better delivery by Shawal. Getting a thick outside edge for a single. Prabjot in on strike. Oh, that was a brilliant delivery by Shawal. Just nipping away from the batter. Barely missing the outside edge. What a delivery that was. Good pace, good line, good length. Everything right with that delivery. Prabjot could not do much. Oh, another good delivery. Just swinging away. Another thick outside edge for a dot ball. Another outside edge. Shawal Khan bowling really good line and length this time. After the first ball, he has been very disciplined with this line and taking full advantage of that swing. Ooh, now this time takes the inside edge, just missing the stumps for a single, and that will be the end of another very good over by Shawal Khan. 3 overs, Kings are 20 for 3. And we're coming back for a second over. Ooh, that was a really good ball. Prabjot was kind of double-minded in terms of his approach for that ball. Ended up just pushing it to the fielder. And this time he goes for a big shot. And another down, another wicket down. Was not timed at all. And Imadudin, he was standing on the circle in that mid-off region. And another wicket has been fallen. Kings won are now 20 for 4. They are in a world of trouble at the moment. And Knight Riders are very jubilant. Everything going right for them. Prabjot tried to go down the ground and tried to hit over the fielder, but did not get the elevation right. And a very good catch by Imadudin. And that will be the another wicket. Kings won 20 for 4. Things are not looking very good for them. Four wickets already fallen. 4 wickets have already fallen, and not even 4 overs down. Things are not looking very good for Kings. They need to stay. The batters need to stay in the crease. Randeep needs a partner to stay with him. Gursimran now taking the strike. Ooh, goes for a big stride. But that's going to be a wide. A welcome extra run for Kings 1. Hit down the ground and will be a quick single by the batters. And that brings Randeep on strike. Randeep will be very crucial in this run chase now. The most important wicket for Kings 1 at the moment. He has to take the charge. He has to bring his team home. He tries to go down the ground, but he changes his mind and goes back. He cannot play any reckless shots over here. He has to take this game as deep as possible from this point. They have already lost 4 wickets, and it is just the 4th over of this game. And that will be the end of a very successful over. Only 2 runs and a very important wicket. And after 4 overs, Kings are now 22 for 4. Their run rate 5.5. And they need 129 in 16 overs with 8 and overs at the moment. 8 runs and over at the moment. But right now, for Kings 1, the priority should be to build a partnership. Take a few overs, take 3-4 overs to kind of get in the game, get in the groove, create that partnership. And once you have your eyes set in, you can go for those big shots. But Kings 1, they cannot lose any more wickets at this point. Otherwise, this game will be a very short one. And a thick outside edge. And keeper needed to take that. Just goes between the slip and keeper. Keeper definitely got a glove on it. It was a thick outside edge. We'll get 2 runs for it. Keeper Jalaluddin will definitely be disappointed with himself. Shawal Khan creating opportunity once again. The first ball of his over itself. Just a single down the ground. Kings 1 are doing a brilliant job. Knight Riders are doing a brilliant job. They are not letting Randeep play too many deliveries. He's spending too much time on the non-striking end at the moment. That will definitely affect his rhythm in the batting. There's some field changes happening at the moment. There's another thick outside edge just between the gully and point. And they take 2 runs. Quick running between the wickets. Knight Riders, they need to keep the pressure on. They cannot get complacent in the fielding at this point. They got 4 wickets in the power play itself, and they are the ones in the lead at the moment. So they need to keep that pressure. They cannot give easy singles or doubles at this point. They need to bank on this pressure from here. Both the bowlers have done brilliant job by taking those quick wickets and building that pressure. Oh, this time it's on the pads and pitching outside the leg, so definitely not out. Shawal Khan bowling a really brilliant spell. Only 14 runs given in his 2.5 overs and 2 very, very important wickets. It's a good shot by Randeep and will probably run to the boundary. A much needed boundary for Kings 1. And after 5 overs, they're 31 for 4 wickets. Back for his Anwar coming back for his 3rd over. Both the bowlers, they have done a lot of damage to Kings 1 in tandem. And Gursimran goes for a slog sweep, but does not time it all the way. But will definitely get 2 runs. Will Knight Riders be able to take another wicket here before the power play is finished? Ooh, that was a brilliant delivery. Was slower in the air, flighted, a little bit short. Once again, and this time the wicket's taken. Another wicket down. Kings 1 are now 5 down. I was just saying that Knight Riders might be able to take another wicket before the power play is done. And they exactly do the same thing that I was saying. Once again, he bowls the same delivery. It was slower in the air, a little bit short, and outside the off stump, urging Gursimran to go for that point region, but he was not able to hit that over the fielder and gives it straight to him. Brilliant bowling by Anwar, his 3rd wicket in this match. What a great job done by the bowlers for Knight Riders. Kings 1 are in a world of trouble now. They're 5 wicket down. Randeep is still standing, but he needs a partner. He needs a batter to stay with him till the end. And now we have Harjeet coming into the crease. Randeep definitely is telling him to not lose your wicket, to not go for risky shots, and build a partnership. This has turned out to be a massacre for Kings 1, losing 5 wickets in a very quick succession. And we are still inside the power play. It already feels like they have bowled like 15 overs, but we are still inside the power play. And that will be 2 runs. And Harjit starts his account with a double. Kings 1, they need 116 runs from here in the last 14 overs with 8.19 runs per over. At the moment, they're going with 6 runs an over. So they definitely have a lot more work cut out for them, especially for Randeep. Randeep has to make sure that he stays till the end. And once again, it was similar delivery. Could have been the similar decision. And that will be the end of the power play. And Kings 1 are 35 for 5. 5 wickets have fallen inside the power play. Knight Riders were going to take, like they were definitely planning to take a couple wickets inside the power play. But 5 wickets inside the power play is definitely a lot better for them. And now Randeep and Harjeet are the last batters standing for Kings. Whoever wins this match, they'll have to play another game, the Eliminator 2, right away after this match itself. So for any team who wins here, that will be a long day for them. Glenmore Knights, who played a game in the morning, they will definitely get a few hours of rest in between. But whoever wins this game will have to play a back-to-back game. And this is Khayyam who's coming into the attack and starts with a wide. And now Randeep on strike. My operator just told me looks like Knight Riders also want to take some rest, so they are trying to finish the game as soon as possible so they can have some rest before the second eliminator. And thick outside edge, but this time it goes over the fielders in the third man region. And looks like that's going to be a boundary. So welcome boundary for Kings 1. Randeep will have to take this game as deep as possible. We were not expecting this game to be turning out to be like this. 5 wickets inside the power play were definitely not imagined. But Knight Riders had done a brilliant job in terms of bowling and catching. Ooh, there was a thick inside edge. And there was a overthrow, and they will come back for 2 runs. So that was good running by Randeep and Harjeet. Definitely the second run was a little bit risky, but they get home safe. It was a really good over by Khayyam. There was a boundary, but still a very good over in the context of the game. And after 7 overs, Kings won are 43 for 5. They still need 108 runs in the 13 overs with 8.31 required run rates. It looks like Anwar is going to finish off his spell. Will definitely try to get another wicket. He was trying to set up the batter in his previous over with those loopy outside the off stump balls. Will be interesting to see what he does in his last over. Will he be able to take another wicket? He's already gotten 3 wickets for 17 runs in 3 overs. There's a brilliant ball to start. Randeep is always going to be struggling against the right arm orthodox. Oh, he goes for a big shot, but will be a safe result for him. Will be just a single. There was a direct hit, but looks like the batter has made his ground safely. It's a good attempt by the fielder. It's a big appeal. It's a big appeal, and it's given. Umpire had to contemplate for some time, and Harjeet is definitely not happy with the decision. He's applauding the decision with sarcasm. It's not going to help anything. Umpire's decision is the final decision, and it is given an out. Randeep is definitely discussing the decision with the umpire. Sixth wicket down for Knight Riders. Kings 1. Things are not getting better for them. And Anwar getting another wicket. He might be able to get a fifer here. Harjeet has to depart after 5 runs in 7 deliveries. Another caught behind. And now Knight Riders 47, sorry, Kings 1 are 47 for 6 after 7.4. They're in a world of trouble right now. They don't have any more batters left. Only have Randeep. Kamal Gill is coming on to the strike. Anwar, he might be able to take another wicket here. Oh, that was a really good ball. Last ball for his spell. 21 runs with 4 wickets. Definitely a match-winning performance for his team. Ooh, that's the ball has missed everything. It has missed the batter, has missed the bowler, sorry, the keeper, and even the bat was in the air. And that will be the end of a very, very successful spell by Anwar, taking 4 wickets in just 21 runs. And after 8 overs, Kings won are now 48 for 6. They only have 4 wickets. They have only 4 wickets left. And quite a lot of runs remaining. 4 overs, 21 runs, 4 wickets with an economy of 5.25. What a brilliant spell by him. Definitely a match-winning performance. And now we'll be seeing Khayyam coming back into the attack. It's a good ball to start. Starting off with the Yorker. Just a single. The required run rate is still quite manageable, but the problem is Randeep is the only batter left in the middle right now. They still have Avinderjit, who's yet to come. He's another big hitter. But what Randeep needs right now is a partner to take this game as deep as possible. Khayyam bowling a really good over. He's being very strict with his line and length. A very experienced player for Knight Riders. I believe he's one of the founders of the teams as well. Ooh! And another wicket given. Oh, looks like the umpire is changing his decision. This is a very interesting. This is a very interesting scenario. Umpire gave out and now looks like the batter had a word with umpire. Maybe there was an edge that that batter told him, and umpire actually changed his decision. We can see Mohammad Waqas is definitely frustrated by this change of decision. According to the rules of CDCL, if the decision has been made by the umpire, that is the final decision. But now over here, the umpire himself has changed the decision, which is a very interesting turn of events. This is what happens when the games have high stakes. Whoever wins this match will go on to the second eliminator. So obviously this is going to be a high stakes game. Knight Riders need only 4 more wickets to win this game. And Kings 1 still need more than 100 runs to win this game with only 11 overs remaining. Might be a chance of direct hit. Oh, direct hit needed. It was a good attempt by the fielder. It was a quick single taken. Kamal still alive on the crease. And he advances down the ground and goes on to the point region up and over. And will come back for 2 runs. And that will be the end of a very eventful over. After 9 overs, Kings 1 are 52 for 6. They still need 97 runs in the last 11 overs, which is almost 9 runs an over required, which is still pretty manageable as long as Randeep and Kamal are able to keep their wickets intact. Randeep still going strong, but he needs to take this match as deep as possible in order to give his team a chance. Looks like there's a bowling change. Another spinner coming into the attack. I believe that's Azmat who's getting ready on the mark. A right arm leggy against Randeep. A right arm leggy against a left-handed batter. Very interesting matchup. Just pushed for a single in the gully region. Sun is shining again. The cover of the clouds is moving a little bit, and a much needed and a welcome sunshine has graced the ground. And a big shuffle in the crease. And a wide given. Another big shuffle. And this time successfully hit in the fine leg region and will be a boundary. So good hit. Really good hit by Kamal. Welcome runs, welcome boundary for Kings 1. There could be a plot twist in this game. Could be another twist in the game. This partnership might be the key. They always say that it's not over until it's over. So as long as Kings keep fighting towards the very end, they still might be in the game. And this time was even better shot by Kamal. It was wide outside the off stump. It was a half volley. And Kamal waited and waited and took a big stride and hit it over the point, over the fielders for a boundary. It was a brilliant shot by him. And they have gotten the runs they needed for this over. Now they need to focus on rotating the strike and not taking any more risks. And that's going to be a wide ball. So very successful over for Kings 1 so far. But that was a better delivery by Azmat. And this time he advances down the ground. And they will try to come back for two, and they will definitely get two quite easily. This has been a very good over for Kings 1. 13 runs in this over already. Definitely helping with the required run rate. And once again he shuffles in the crease and tries to go for a big one, but does not time the ball at all. And will be a single to finish the over. And that's a very expensive over for Azmat to start his spell. 14 runs coming in this over. And we are halfway through this innings. It felt like we've already bowled through like 40 overs because there's so much happened in this first 10 overs. And now Kings 1, they need 83 runs in the next 10 overs with 8.3 runs required. Randeep still on strike. Kamal Gill going really strongly as well. So this might be the key partnership for Kings 1. They still have Avinderjit coming after this, who's also a good hitter of the ball. So as long as they can take this partnership as deep as possible with boundaries coming in regular intervals, Kings 1 might still be in the game. The required run rate is still pretty manageable. And Khurram, another bowling change. Looks like Randeep is urging the umpire that it's a wide ball, but umpire is saying that it has contacted with the pads or with the hips and will be a legal delivery. And another ball. This time is pitching outside the leg. Randeep is definitely not happy with himself. This could have been a very risky shot for him. There is a square leg fielder in place, and this scoop shot could have gone directly to the fielder, and looks like he's been hit with the ball as well. Really high pressure game. And situations like this bring out the best in the players. A lower full toss. And they're trying to come for two. It's a risky run, but needed to be a better throw. And they take those 2 runs. They steal those 2 runs rather. It was another good ball. This is a good first over by Khurram. Only 3 runs given so far. And that will be the end of the 11th over. Kings won are 71 for 6. They still need 80 runs from here in 9 overs, with almost 9 and over required. And that's a big shot by Kamal. And a massive 6. Another shuffle in the crease. Waits for that ball and dispatches it over the long gone boundary. So Kamal playing a very important hand in this chase. Definitely scoring some very, very needed runs. And Azmat going for some more, even more runs. He gave 14 runs in his first over and now starting with a 6 in this over. Oh, that was a lot better delivery. It was flighted and a Yorker. So definitely a good comeback by Azmat. Another big shuffle. And looks like the catch was not taken. There was definitely a catch opportunity over there. And they could have been able to end this partnership, a very crucial partnership. But the opportunity was lost. There was another good ball. He's giving a lot of flight to the ball, bowling it. Oh, this time again, shuffles in the crease and goes for that fine leg region. But there is a fielder in place, so we'll cut it off for 2 runs. They still got 8 runs so far in this over, which is pretty good for them. Another couple will be really good for Kings 1. And he dances down the ground, but will be hitting straight to the fielder. So 9 runs coming off this over. Another successful over for Kings 1. They're 80 for 6 after 12 overs. They need 71 in next 8 overs with 8.88 required run rate, which is almost 9 runs an over. The partnership between Randeep and Kamal, very important partnership so far. This is exactly what they needed since beginning. But finally, they're getting that partnership. 33 in 26 balls. Kamal contributing most of the runs, taking the risk because he knows that Randeep needs to stay till the end. And that's why he's the one who's taking the charge in the hitting and doing a very good job at it so far. Khurram coming back. And that's a wide ball to start. Knight Riders need to bring back the pressure on Kings 1. And that was a brilliant delivery. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to dry up the runs. So Kings 1 will be in pressure once again. And that will definitely create some opportunities for them. And the ball is in the air. Fielder's coming underneath and takes the catch. Another wicket down. And finally, they take the wicket of Kamal and break this very important partnership for Kings 1. And that's the 7th wicket which has fallen for Kings 1. They are 81 for 7 now, which will bring Avinderjit, another big hitter, in the crease. But Kamal, who was playing a really good hand, has to depart after well made 25 in 20 deliveries with some very good looking shots. 1 6 and 2 boundaries with a strike rate of 125. Definitely very important runs for his team, but he needed to stay there. But that's not to be, and Avinderjit will take the strike. Another really big hitter, strong hitter. You can already see the strike rate of 151. Not too many matches under his belt, but definitely a very valuable player for the team. He did really well with the with the ball in the first innings. Now he needs to use his bat as well. And he opens his account with a single down the ground. Just when it was looking that Knight Riders are losing the plot, they get the wicket of Kamal. And now they're back in the game. Pressure back on Kings 1. And that was hit just between the points and gully for a single. It's another good ball. And hit down the ground for another single. And that will be the end of the 13th over. Kings 1 are now 84 for 7 after 13. They need 67 in 7 with 9.5 runs required from here. The run rate is climbing up now. Randeep still on strike. Avinderjit still new. 7 overs remaining. Getting 67 runs in 7 overs is definitely gettable. But Kings 1, they need to keep their wickets intact. They only have 3 wickets left. And if Randeep loses his wicket, that will probably be the end of this match because then there won't be anyone to lead the charge, lead that chase for Kings 1. So Randeep definitely needs to stay till the very end. And Avinderjit might have to take the heavy lifting over here. Khayyam coming back into the attack. And that's going to be a wide to start. It was a good ball by Khayyam and could have been a cotton bolt. It was hit straight back at him, was powerfully struck, and he had the ball in his hand. It was so powerfully struck that it popped out of his hand. Definitely an opportunity. And this time on the pads. And just a single, a leg by. Just 3 more wickets remaining for Knight Riders to take. And Randeep goes for a big shot. But just gonna be a single. Randeep is definitely trying hard to keep the strike as much as possible with him. But as soon as he comes on strike, he gets a single and he mostly he stays on the non-striker's end. And Avinderjit goes for a big hit and that's gonna sail over the boundary straight down the ground for a six. And this is exactly what I was saying about Avinderjit. He's a big hitter, a strong bloke, can hit a long ball, and that's exactly what he does. Anything in his hitting arc will be definitely dispatched. 9 runs in this over already. And oh, there was definitely an opportunity for a catch, but it's gonna be a boundary instead. That catch needed to be taken on the boundary, but not well judged by the fielder in the deep. It was definitely a very important opportunity. And feels like the Knight Riders are losing the plot once again. And another big shot attempted. Fielder coming underneath and takes a catch this time. A brilliant catch taken. And that will be the end of Avinderjit. The wicket that was desperately needed. He had just scored 10 runs in 2 balls with a 6 and a 4. That wicket needed to be taken. And the brilliant catch by the fielder to take that wicket. The ball was in the air for quite some time. Needed to be judged well. And it was also swing because of the air. Avinderjit has to depart after 4 and a 6. It still keeps his strike rate pretty high, but has to depart. 8 wickets down for Kings 1. Only 2 wickets remaining, and they still need 54 runs in the 6 overs. This has been a really, really interesting turn of events. Kings 1 losing so many wickets, especially 5 wickets in the power play itself. This was not expected from this matchup. But Randeep is still in the middle, still going strong, still trying to take his team home. But he needs a partner. Batters on the opposite end keep falling. Randeep came in as one down, and he's still batting, but he's only faced 27 deliveries even though he's been batting since the first over itself. That tells you that he has been on the strikers end most of this innings, and the wickets kept falling. And looks like there's a run out attempt, but it is not out given. And Randeep is safe. He makes his ground in time. That was a good throw by the fielder. But Randeep was quick enough to get back onto the crease. He has to keep the strike with him to make the score and to make sure that the wickets will not follow. There are only two more wickets remaining, which will probably be Jasprit, who's on strike at the moment. And I believe there's another bowler who's remaining. Shot down the ground for a single. Only Satinder Pal Singh left after this. So Randeep has to make sure that he keeps the strike as much as possible with him. And Jasprit does well, taking a single and going to the safe end. Knight Riders will definitely try to finish this off as soon as possible. Another shot down the ground for another single. They definitely tried to go for a double. It's not going to be possible. That's well played by Jasprit. They'll definitely try to come back for two. And they do. Could have been a run out chance. They needed to be a direct hit. But Jasprit does well and takes just two quick twos. Seven runs in this over. Another couple would be very helpful. And goes for a big hit, but it's gonna be just a single down the ground, and that will be the end of the 15th over. Only 5 more overs remaining. 46 runs still needed for Kings 1, and Knight Riders need to take 2 more wickets to win this game. Looks like this game is not gonna end any sooner. It's definitely gonna take as deep as possible. And now Asim coming into the attack. Another spinner. And Jasprit goes for a big swing. There was a misfield by the keeper, and they will take a bye for it. And that brings Randeep on strike. Randeep has to take as much strike as possible to make sure. And Randeep goes for a big shot. And it's just short of the fielder. And will be a single. Randeep hasn't been able to go for any boundaries so far. And it's a top edge. But will land in a no man's area. And they will come back for two. So good running between the wickets. They're making sure that the board stays alive even though the boundaries are not coming. And this time Jasprit tries to shuffle and go for that fine leg region, but missing it completely. This time comes down the ground, goes for a big one. Fielder coming underneath and takes the catch. And that's ninth wicket down. Jasprit has to depart. Just one more wicket left. Satinder Pal Singh will come onto the strike now. And that's exactly why I was saying that Randeep needs to keep the strike with him as much as possible. Another wicket down. Only one more wicket remaining. Knight Riders are almost to the finishing line. And Knight Rider Kings are still far away from that line. This is definitely an unexpected turn of events for Kings 1. We were not expecting their batting collapse to be that disastrous. It is what it is. And now Satinder Pal Singh is on strike. And Asim gets his first wicket in his first over itself. And that's bowled in. And that will be the end of this match. And Knight Riders take the win convincingly, bowling out Kings 1 in 109 and winning this game with 41 runs. Brilliant bowling by Knight Riders. They made 150, which felt a little bit short in the beginning, but they started with a bang, taking 5 wickets in the power play itself, and then never letting Kings 1 come back into the game. And they win the match. They deserved to win the match with the way they played. They took their catches, took the wickets. The fielding was great. The bowling was amazing. And this is the end of the first eliminator. And that eliminates Kings 1 from the running for qualifiers for the finals. And now Knight Riders will take a short break and will come back to play Glenmore Knights for the second eliminator. And this is the batting card for Kings 1. As you can see, Randeep Sehra stayed till the end. But apart from him and Kamal, nobody else could make that much impact on the scoreboard. Randeep needed a partner to stay with him, but the batters kept falling. The wickets kept falling on the other end in front of him. This is the bowling card. Shawal Khan bowling a brilliant spell in the power play, taking 2 wickets. And then Anwar taking 4 wickets in the tandem with Shawal. also taking those 3 important wickets in the power play. And then Khayyam, Azmat, everybody else chipping in. And then Asim Razak finishing up the game, finishing up the job for Knight Riders, taking those 2 last wickets. And Knight Riders win the game by 41 runs. This is the summary. I would like to thank our sponsors before I go. Prep Ultra, Auto Reboot, YYC Sports, Kinetic Sports, Source Sports, Northwest Physio for the support. And we will be taking a short break and we'll be coming back to cover another exciting game, the second eliminator, which will be between Glenmore Knights and Knight Riders. The Battle of Knights will resume at 5 p.m. at Westwinds. So stay tuned to our channel 22 Yards Network. Please like and subscribe and press that bell icon so you can get all the latest updates of the game. Thank you so much. This was Divyesh. It was pleasure covering this game. And now I'll be back on the field playing for Glenmore Knights. So see you all the viewers. Thank you so much.